And welcome back to Tailgate Talk here live on WKAC, the Big 1080. And speaking of live, we've got Coach Jeff Pugh, head coach of the East Limestone High School Indians, live here in the studio. Smile for the camera, Coach.
That's all you're going to get out. That's all you're going to get out of Coach. He's still in game mode.
Coach, another win last night. Your Indians are 2-0. We talked off air. We got Madacad coming in next week. You hoping everybody's healthy and move on to the next win, and talk about the boys and how they performed and played against West last night, Thursday night.
Look, we didn't start off well. We were moving the football and shoot ourselves in the foot, fumble the football, give it to them. Just not a very good pocket by our running back. We've already talked to them about it. And give them the football there, and then they start running one play and start whipping us because we don't set the edge very well. And so it didn't look – it looked like we wasn't ready to play for some reason. I don't know why. But, then we come out and we actually get a touchdown and get it called back for holding on a good pass, a good catch. And that was just – that makes you a little bit sick because you think, well, man, things ain't going to go our way tonight. But then DJ Davis makes a good play because we didn't really block it well, and he breaks a couple tackles and scores, and things kind of smoothed out after that when we started doing a better job. We moved the ball all night, but you got to finish drives, and early in the game when you fumble one like that, if you give a team that's ready to, if it's going to be a close game and you do something like that and fail on a drive or get a touchdown call back sometimes and you don't score on that drive, those kind of things are going to end up getting us if we don't improve. Mm-hmm. So I felt good about the way we played, overall, but those things, we've got things we can polish up and be a better football team.
Right.
But we had a lot of kids play well, and the effort is still there, and the leadership's still there. There were, we had guys get a lot better at certain positions. We had a couple of key injuries too, though, and that's things we're still waiting on to see. But we got two guys that play a lot, two starters that we're up in the air on right now for this next week on this next week's game. And you can't have that happen either because we don't have a whole lot of depth. But there's guys behind them that's been practicing, and they got to step up. And we don't expect our level of play to go down any with them, and I want them to know that because we can't.
Right.
Because this statement game coming Friday night, guys. Madison Academy. That's a statement game for our season. If we go over there and play well with these guys, they got a good program, good coaching, got good players.
Oh, yeah.
So we go over there and play well against these guys, this will be a statement game for us to maybe something to build on for the rest of the season right here.
Yeah, Coach, we had that game on Play Action Sports, and you're right, man. The effort was there all night. That first drive was really impressive, man. The offensive line, I thought, did a really good job all night. I'm sure there were some missed blocks here or there. I mentioned maybe 2 or 3 times during the game that it was probably kind of a coach's dream game because y'all were giving effort, you were playing hard, you were doing a lot of good things, but there were still plenty of mistakes that you could be coachable. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you're exactly right.
And you got to play a lot of kids and risk some of your starters and get some of those other guys experience. So from that aspect of it, I know it was a great game. And
well, that's 2 games in a row we've won the battle up front. I'm going to be point blank honest. We whipped Russellville up front. We whipped West up front. And as the game went on, we actually did a good job. Interior, we did a good job anyway against West, but they were getting us going off the edge, going off the outside edge, and we didn't do a good job of setting the edge, and that gives us something to work on. Because if we don't do that, we'll get exposed this week too, because these guys can run also.
Yeah.
They've got some guys who can run the football.
Coach, as far as instant replay, as far as I know, we're one of the few schools around here, I believe, that's actually got the capabilities of instant replay, and we didn't get to use it. You actually did throw the red flag, and the referees, because we thought they had 5 downs, which we know they did, but they didn't do it. But so how does that work for away games also? Can we take the equipment to Madison Academy, and if they agree, can we use the instant replay?
Yeah, if he wants to use it, he can use it also. But the home team has the option. If they decline, we can't use it either. So, but let me clarify why I threw the red flag. They wanted the red flag thrown the other night if we had an opportunity because they wanted to see how it worked.
Yeah.
I threw the red flag. The game was already over. All right, I only threw it because we knew they gave 5 down, so I threw it so they could go over and check it. But then he wouldn't go check it because he said, but that's a rep.
That was well, let me ask you this thing. So obviously, instant replay is used for specific things. Obviously, that's one of them. So the referee has discretion when they can decide.
No, he does not.
You know what I mean?
He just didn't do it because of the score. And that's his choice, I guess, but that's not right.
Still should have tried it.
Yeah, if it's reviewable, they're supposed to go review it.
That's what I thought.
I could have reviewed Parrish's run down the goal line, but he got down the 1 foot line. I wasn't anywhere, but I should have.
And that was on our side.
He scored.
Yeah,
I seen it, and I thought, I was kind of blocked where his foot was, but I said, man, it looks like he got that ball inside the pylon. To me, I believe he scored. But then I thought to myself, I can challenge it right here, but I also know that we got a foot to go, and we've been blowing them off the ball all night long. Let's just go out there.
But still, at the same time, early on in a game like that, you never know when you might possibly fumble or balls, miss snap or whatever. I
should have reviewed that. That's me too.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, and from our standpoint, he was in.
Yeah,
we were up in the booth.
Exactly.
He had the ball inside the pylon, and it was. And I'm
gonna blame it on my assistants right there. That's what I'm gonna do. They're supposed to tell me when they say,
Zach should have been down there at the goal line.
I should have been running down the field.
Nobody.
Well, next week I know because I can kind of move a little bit down there. So if I see it, I will definitely.
We'll get you a platform you can stand on.
A couple of years ago, Auburn had a ball boy, and as soon as he'd take off, he'd run. It's like
follow the play.
The kid could run like 4.40.
Yes.
Well, I run a
9.440. Zach should be that guy.
Going back to replay real quick, just so our listeners will know, and so we'll know in the future. Is it 2 challenges a game or a half?
2 a game. That's all you get.
2 allowed. Win or lose. 2 games.
That's it. And you lose a timeout if you're not right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So there you go. So, and like I said, we could have challenged that one, but I had nobody say, hey, Coach, I think his foot was in. And I couldn't see his foot, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, that was the first thing I said on there was like, man, I'm not quite, I said, he was in.
I knew the ball was inside the pylon, but I couldn't see his foot, so I didn't know, and nobody said anything. But that's, in hindsight, I should have thrown it anyway because we didn't use either one of them.
But you don't know later on in the game when you got, and like you said, you were moving them off the ball at that point in time, so you were going to score. So it's better to put those in your pocket and hold on to them.
Before we move on, while I'm thinking of something, we got a little water girl this year. She's been all over me because I don't mention her name on the show.
She better be listening to
Crimson Bivens' sister, Cameron.
Oh, okay.
Now, she ain't that good a water girl yet. I'm gonna tell you right now.
She's still in working stages.
But she's learning, all right, and she's gonna catch some Coach Pugh grief too if she don't get her tail in gear. There you go. There's your shout out today, Cameron.
So Cameron, you wanted it, girl. So there you go.
So Cameron, you got your shout out. So now that means you're ready for those chewings when you deserve them too.
She's got her own little group. We call them Cameron's Kids. So there you go.
Yeah, real quick, I just want to say this before we move on to next week. So I got tickled. We're giving Crimson Player of the Night. He blocked really good, man. Made a lot of tackles. I don't know if you gave him the ball down on the goal line to kind of reward him for that, or if that was just whatever.
No, I'm going to tell you something. Very rarely do I ever think about this is who I want to let score. Now, sometimes I do, like Brennan Ashmore.
Yeah,
I sure did think.
Yeah.
Some other guys that maybe if they're a senior and they never scored before, but most of the time I'm calling formation play. I don't think about who's getting the ball. I don't think about who's going to score.
So I want to share this real quick. So I get tickled. I go down to the locker room. I know Crimson's dad, Troy, and been around Crimson. So I was going to tell his dad, hey, man, we gave Crimson Player of the Week. As soon as I walk in, they're watching game film. And Coach Pugh is getting all over. He's ripping Crimson for he was supposed to have been over there, like you said, get beat on the outside.
Yep.
And he was supposed to step in and fill that hole and make that tackle. Yeah. And he's like, that can't happen or whatever. I'm like, maybe we missed that player of the game. Maybe should have called somebody else.
Hey, and he's talking about ripping Crimson. Coach Bivens got ripped a little bit too, so we'll leave it at there. So
keep that on the sideline.
Yeah,
all right.
Well, let's go to let's run to your senior spotlight.
Okay.
What you got this week?
Let's go with I don't know, man. I tell you what, we've had a bunch of guys really step up this time. I'm gonna go with Ashton Lockett.
Yes,
I'm gonna tell you, Ashton. First of all, I want you to understand this kid's had more than one concussion, okay, and more than one time in his career playing for me, I've thought that he was done. Okay, because of just issues, I figured the doctors was going to shut him down. He's also got a grandmother that's ready to shut me down because she's worried about him. Yeah. And But every time I've thought I was going to lose Ashton, he comes back and goes, Coach, I'm going to play.
He's tough.
And this
He
guy
loves the
keeps
team.
coming back. And I'm going to tell you, when you've had a couple of concussions and you still flying up in there full speed and throwing your head into
And he'll
people the
do
way
it,
he
buddy.
does,
He'll light you up.
that's a warrior.
Yeah.
This guy's a warrior. And let me tell you, I'm going to miss Ashton Lockett just because I know I can trust him. I know he's a team player. I know he's about our program. Okay,
Can't beat that.
I'm telling you, he is East Limestone. He's the epitome of East Limestone football. That joker loves our colors, and he'll do whatever it takes for
That's
us.
awesome.
You know, whatever we ask him to do. Other night, we had 2 outside linebackers go down.
Yep.
2 outside linebackers go down during the game. Well, as a coach, that's tough when you ain't got much.
Absolutely.
And so he come over and said, Coach, I'm playing that outside linebacker.
Sweet. Well, that's what
This
want.
guy's already been at safety for us. Paris goes down. We had a couple of corners. I kicked one off. We got another one went down. We lost 2 corners over. One quit. Had to kick another one off. We move him to corner from safety. He plays corner for us. And then we have those guys go down on night. He comes in and goes, Coach, I can play that outside linebacker.
And he plays offense, too.
And he plays
Yeah,
offense,
yeah.
too.
He
Just
had,
got-
and he had a great game as well. He sure did.
and let me tell you something else. You got a guy like CJ moves
Well, I
in
was just fixing to say.
into his position, into Ashton's
tough.
position on offense. The go-to receiver is what
Yeah.
Ashton would have been had CJ not moved. You know what? Kid ain't said a stinking word.
That's awesome.
Nothing but team.
That's awesome.
And
Got him a
he lo- and he
touchdown
lo-
the other
and
night,
he
Got him a
loves-
touchdown. Nice
loves
run.
CJ.
Yes, he
loves
does.
CJ.
Cool. Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck next week against the
sir.
Mustangs. It's time to take it off here for a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.